Conference Championship Saturday Preview, Possible Chaos on the Horizon. The 2023 CFP will be announced Sunday. College football will look drastically different next year. Prior to the start of the 2023 season, conference realignment took center stage as the Pac-12 conference imploded. Conference realignment had been occurring for years, but the mass exodus from the Conference of Champions felt like the final curtain. In 2024, Arizona, Arizona State, Colorado and Utah will play in the Big 12 while Texas and Oklahoma will head to the SEC. USC, UCLA, Oregon and Washington will play in the Big 10, while Cal and Stanford will head east to play in the ACC. It's going to look different in college football, especially as the 12-team postseason playoff kicks off. But before all the changes are implemented, college football has one last trip around the sun, putting Conference Championship Saturday in the spotlight with the potential results posing a possibility for chaos for the College Football Playoff, CFP. While Washington's win over Oregon in the Pac-12 championship game means that only 3 spots are up for grabs, there are still a few possibilities for the Final Four. Let's take a look at the matchups that will decide the Final Four-team playoff before college football takes on a different look. Texas is looking for its first conference title since 2009, while Oklahoma State will be playing for its first championship since 2011. A Texas win on Saturday would be a shot to the gut of the Big 12 as the Longhorns and the Oklahoma Sooners prepare to leave the conference for the SEC. With us leaving the Big 12 and some of the great matchups over the years, for us to get to play Oklahoma State in the championship game is kind of fitting, knowing we're going to be playing OU every year going forward, Texas head coach Steve Sarkisian said. Sarkisian has never defeated Oklahoma State, losing in 2021 and 2022. Oklahoma State running back Ollie Gordon II leads the nation in rushing, averaging 6.4 yards per carry. He'll be facing a Texas rush defense ranked at the top of the Big 12 at just 85 yards per game. Tough on guys rushing the football against them, Oklahoma State coach Mike Gundy said. More of a traditional defense, they can play gaps and play coverage. Most people have struggled in a big way blocking their down guys and their backers, so they don't have to overload the box for the rush. Even with a win over the Cowboys, Texas will need help to make the CFP. They likely need Florida State to lose in the ACC title game while paying close attention to the SEC championship game between Alabama and Georgia. Texas defeated Alabama in Week 2, but if the Crimson Tide find a way to end Georgia's 29-game winning streak, a major debate will ensue. After Week 2, no one thought Nick Saban would have his team playing for an SEC title with a possible playoff spot on the line. Since losing to Texas in September, the Crimson Tide have ripped off 10 consecutive wins as they look to snap Georgia's 29-game winning streak. The last team to beat the Bulldogs? Alabama in the 2021 SEC championship game. Alabama's own winning streak has come as quarterback Jalen Milroe has solidified himself as the guy under center in Tuscaloosa, accounting for 26 touchdowns since the loss to Texas. This is a tremendous opportunity for our team, Alabama head coach Nick Saban said. They sort of created that for themselves by making a tremendous amount of improvement throughout the season. I'm very proud of the transformation of our team from the beginning to the end. Even with an Alabama win in Atlanta Saturday, the Crimson Tide won't be a lock for the CFP depending on the results around the country. The loss to Texas looms large. For Georgia, Saturday presents an opportunity for a second straight SEC title and a third consecutive trip to the CFP. The Bulldogs will look to win their 30th straight game on their path to a three-peat. It's an amazing blessing, Georgia offensive lineman Cedric Van Pran said of the streak, according to the SEC website. It's something that I could have never in my life imagined, something that God has allowed me to be a part of, and I'm so grateful for it. Alabama allowed 244 rushing yards last week to Auburn, while Georgia running back Kendall Milton has averaged 8.5 yards per carry over the last 3 games. An Alabama win in the SEC title game will create a difficult scenario for the selection committee. Jim Harbaugh's absence for the last 3 games didn't make a difference as Michigan won all 3 contests during his suspension, including a third consecutive win over Ohio State. Harbaugh returns to the sidelines for the Big Ten championship game against Iowa, a matchup in which Michigan is heavily favored. The Wolverines were 22-point favorites as of Wednesday, according to Caesars Sportsbook. "Yeah, we've been here before," Iowa coach Kirk Ferentz said Sunday.